What's going on, Samurais? Welcome to today's video. I am Sam, and today I want to talk to you guys about some questions you guys had from my previous video, and that is, what is bokeh and how do I control it? So we're going to go over all that in today's video, but first, if you're brand new around here, possibly maybe think about going down and clicking that subscribe button. We would love to have you as part of the familia. Also, make sure to follow me on all my social media so you guys can stay up to date at Sam Angelo. All right, guys, so let's address what is bokeh. Let's look at the textbook definition of that first. So I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to read the definition right from my screen so I can't screw it up. All right, so bokeh is the quality of the blur of the out of focus points of the image that your lens produces. So basically, bokeh is the quality of the blur that your lens produces. So that is how pleasing to the eye the blur is when something is out of focus. We're talking about the quality of that blur. So we need to understand also what creates that blur quality. So different lenses have different abnormalities and have different aperture, and that is what is creating that bokeh, or the way that your lens blurs. So this lens is going to have a different looking blur than this lens because of the different abnormalities and the actual aperture. All right, Samurais, let's look at how we can use bokeh to really improve the quality of the photographs we're taking. So right now I have this inside of a simulator that I use a lot for teaching photography. As you can see, we can control everything inside of here. So our light quality, our distance we're from our subject, our focal length, we're shooting at a 50 right now, all of our different camera settings. So let's take a look really in depth at this photo. So right now we see this little girl standing at a playground, and it's not that great of a photo. She's kind of lost with the background. Our background is a little bit blurred, but not really blurred. How can we improve this photo? Well, one thing we could do is we could really blur out this background, really creating that separation. So what settings should we use to blur our background? Well, it's real simple. We use our aperture. The larger the opening in our aperture, the more shallow depth of field we're going to get, creating that beautiful bokeh effect in the background. So one other thing to note is that bokeh and depth of field are two totally different things. So bokeh is the quality of the blur. So we're talking about how the light comes into the photo, the little circular disc that is created, the actual technical quality of that blur that your lens is producing. Where depth of field is how much of your image is actually in focus. Is it very shallow or is it very deep? So is there a lot of your image in focus, or is there a little bit of your image in focus? So first thing we need to understand is, how does our aperture work? So our aperture is a set of blades inside of my lens that open and close. Now, the smaller the number, so an f2.8 is going to have a very, very big opening, giving us a much shallower depth of field than, say, an f22, which is going to have a little teeny tiny pinhole opening, and it's going to give us a much bigger depth of field. So much more of our photo will be in focus. So we want to blur the background, so of course we're going to want a smaller aperture number. So let's take this down to f2.8 and watch the photo and watch exactly what happens. You can see our background goes out of focus. We get that beautiful bokeh effect that we're looking for. Our subject is now separated from the background. It's a much more pleasing image to look at from the eye. So as you can see, understanding how to control depth of field, understanding how to control your bokeh, understanding what lens gives you that right blurring effect you're looking for, can really affect the overall quality of the end image you're producing. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. If you want me to do more in-depth tutorials on controlling your aperture, controlling your shutter, your ISO, how everything all works together, and that proper balance you need to get the perfect photo, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that. Either leave it in the comment section or just give this video a big thumbs up and I'll know to make those videos. Again, if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section. And until next time, guys, remember to dream big, think bigger, and always be you. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.